Hi, this is Jennifer Rose. I'm so grateful that you're sharing this practice that I love so much with me, Yoga Nidra. And the reason it's so important for me that you are practicing Yoga Nidra is because I believe that the more we are peaceful and calm on the inside, the more that we can contribute to peace and calm in the world. So thanks again, and please do all the things that help me continue this work, such as, if you're listening to this on YouTube, subscribe, share, leave comments. If you're listening to me on a podcast platform, go on ahead and do exactly the same thing. Leave stars, leave reviews. All those things encourage me and they help me continue this work. Thanks again. Okay, so just noticing how you're resting and figure out what you can do to snuggle in and get cozy and make yourself more comfortable. And maybe that means adjusting the blanket or the pillow. Maybe that means there's a wrinkle that you would like to smooth out. Maybe that means changing the position of the arms. So just go on ahead and feel everything settling in and settling down. And as you start to get more cozy and more comfortable, maybe starting to feel yourself growing a little bit heavier, take a few rounds of breath. So just gently and easily breathing in through both nostrils, nothing forced, and then exhaling long and slow, maybe through the mouth. Noticing your breath as it moves in and out. Then taking a moment to feel on the inside what you feel like in the moment. So there's this check-in with ourselves of what's our vibe or how do we feel in the moment. Usually we're moving pretty quickly through our day and through our experience, and it's not often that we take a moment to just ask ourselves, what do I feel like right now in the moment? And as you get yourself more settled into the present moment, into your cozy Yoga Nidra nest, you might feel the back starting to soften a little bit. Maybe you need to shift around or wiggle the jaw around so that you can get more settled and let gravity gently do its magic as it allows you to feel a little more heavier and a little more settled in, so that all the parts of the body and even the thinking mind can get ready and get prepared to rest. And with this entire practice, there's no wrong way to do this. There's no wrong way to experience this practice. So we allow ourselves to let everything unfold for you exactly as it is, and for you to just witness how everything plays out. And you might notice that through our Yoga Nidra practice together, that you might be moving from internal and external experience of yourself. And that's completely fine. However this practice is experienced today. Just allow it to unfold. There's nothing you need to make happen here. There's no wrong way to do it. There's just resting back, allowing and welcoming the experience of yourself. So just check in with any lingering flavors in the mouth. Maybe you have some flavors from the last thing you ate or drank. Maybe there's a temperature of the mouth, cool or warm from something you've had to drink. So just notice any lingering flavors or temperature in the mouth and just welcoming whatever comes to you. And any smells in the nose, maybe fragrances or scents. Any sensations on your skin as you gather awareness to the sense, as you gather awareness to the edges of the skin. Maybe you feel the texture of whatever's touching the skin, clothing or the blanket, the coolness of the air as it touches your cheek. And then gathering awareness into both ears. And in the moment here, reaching way out into the distance for any sounds that you notice. And then gently starting to bring awareness more inward. So you just notice the sounds in the space around you. And instead of reaching way out and trying to figure out what the sounds are, what the subtle little sounds are, or the big sounds are, invite thinking mind to begin its time of resting, so that allowing the sounds to come to you, thinking mind can soften back and down, and you can just welcome whatever sounds come to you. Then we can move awareness to the muscles of the eyes. And you might notice as we go through practice, sometimes the eyes move back and forth, trying to assist you or help you. But you can let the muscles of the eyes gently begin to relax. And remembering that it's your choice throughout practice, the entire practice, whether you keep your eyes open or closed, supporting yourself however you need to be supported. And as you continue to keep awareness on your eyes, you might notice that there's colors or images, even if the eyes are closed. And sometimes images that we've gathered from all our life experience or just the passing day might bring thoughts or emotions to you. And sometimes in practice we can wander off with all this information that our senses bring to us. And I invite you, when you notice if you've wandered off with images or thoughts or emotions, gently welcome whatever you've wandered off with, and then allow yourself to return to the present moment experience of now. And even if this happens several times during our practice, wandering off and welcoming the wandering and then gently returning yourself to the present moment, remind yourself that there's no way to do this wrong, and that's perfectly fine. And in the moment here, we gently welcome this slow moving more and more inward into our own inner experience of ourself, inward with our senses, and inward with the present moment awareness. And now ask yourself, what is my intention for practice today? What is my heartfelt desire for practice today? And if something comes to you, welcome it. If nothing comes to you, perfectly fine. And sometimes we might find as we are languaging our intention or our heartfelt desire, we place it way off into the future. For example, I want to be peaceful and harmonious in my body and my mind. But instead of waiting for that future to arrive, language your intention or desire as if it were true right now and in this now moment. For example, I am peaceful and harmonious in my heart and in my mind. So forming or languaging your heart's desire. And in the present moment, what does it feel like if your heart's desire were true right now? What would it feel like if your heart's desire were true right now? And we call that the felt sense, where we leave the thought out of the mind and we feel it in the feeling state of the body. And if something came to you in this moment, welcome it, the felt sense. And if nothing came, it's perfectly okay. We'll check back with our intention for practice a little bit later in our Yoga Nidra journey. And now we can begin to use all of our senses to create our inner safe place. That place where we can imagine and use our imagination. This place where we can retreat and regroup and settle back into the deepest state of physical comfort, where thinking mind is at ease and we feel completely supported, completely comfortable. And this inner safe place is a place where we can use those images from the past or dreams and desires of the future. We may remember some time where we were in nature or a time when we feel or felt secure in our home or anywhere else or any place else to cultivate your inner safe place. And we'll move through each of our senses to create and then ultimately feel the felt sense of being and abiding in our inner safe place. So guide your awareness now to any colors that come to you as you rest in your inner safe place. Are there certain textures or shapes? Can you see any colors? Do you notice any plants or patterns? Can you feel the edges of your skin? Maybe textures or temperature? Do you notice any movement of the air on the skin? A breeze, humidity, just noticing. Are there flavors of your favorite foods or certain smells around you? Notice with your ears, are there any sounds? Sounds that are soothing, or maybe soft laughter in the background or music. Maybe you have your favorite people with you, the people that love and support you deeply. Or maybe you're in your inner safe place, peacefully resting by yourself. And you sense that nothing is needed beyond the present moment. And just welcome all the pieces that you may have gathered for your inner safe place. Notice what it feels like in your body if you were there right now. And if nothing comes to you, that's perfectly okay. We'll just take the next several rounds of breath as you just rest and abide in your inner safe place. Feeling what it feels like. Feeling the felt sense. And know that at any point during our practice together, if you feel frustrated or challenged or deeply drawn into the story of an emotion or a thought or an experience, you can always go back to your inner safe place to let it soothe and settle you here into the present moment. And from here, I invite you to let my voice become yours, and will guide awareness around the body. We'll begin by just welcoming the eyes and the muscles of the eyes as they rest here. Again, knowing that it's your choice for eyes to be open or closed, whatever feels most supportive to you in the moment. All the muscles around the eyes softening, the eyebrows and the temple around the eyes dropping back and resting down. Then we'll gently glide awareness to the sole of your left foot. What do you feel in the sole of your left foot? What does awareness bring to you as it reports back from the sole of your left foot? And can you welcome the information just as it is? Can you just rest awareness in the sole of the left foot, letting it be exactly as it is? And if there is no information, that's perfectly fine. Welcome that too. Feeling the sole of the left foot. And then glide awareness across the center line of the body, to be welcomed at the sole of your right foot. And what do you feel here? What does awareness report back to you? The sole of your right foot. You might feel something very different from your left foot. And there's no need to change anything. There's just this gentle self-inquiry to welcome whatever comes to you, noticing and resting back. And we'll gently glide awareness across the center line of your body to settle into the left knee joint. And as you rest and gather awareness here in the left knee joint, you might feel radiant sensation emanating in every direction. Or maybe you feel sensation is very precise and specific. Welcome your experience of awareness, however it unfolds for you in the left knee joint. And then glide awareness across the center line of your body to soften into the right knee joint. And here we'll just notice the sensations. And again, noticing, does the awareness feel very radiant, emanating in every direction? Or does it feel very precise and specific? And we'll continue to welcome whatever unfolds for you, joining and softening into this felt sense of awareness. And then glide awareness across the center line of your body to settle deeply into the left hip joint. And again, just welcoming whatever you notice here, whatever the sensations might be. Maybe you can feel the hip joint softening back and down. Maybe there's a release. Whatever happens, whatever comes to you, welcome it. Then glide awareness across the center line of your body to drop gently into the right hip joint. And notice here sensations in the right hip joint. The hip may be gently softening back and down. And you might feel a softening through the whole line of the right leg as the right leg settles and softens. You might notice this softening and this settling filling the whole line of the left leg. So this whole experience, the wholeness of your awareness is gathered gently into both legs, noticing that both legs are softening and releasing to gravity, completely supported. Both legs completely resting. There's no work that they need to do. There's no force, no action needed. Just the witnessing, just the noticing of both legs resting. And the information of this resting coming back to thinking mind, and thinking mind welcoming it exactly as it is. And then glide awareness towards the base of your spine. You might notice here that the base of your spine may feel very broad or small. Just welcome whatever your awareness brings to you. As you begin to slowly glide upward through the center of the spine, these radiant sensations moving outward from the center of the spine and reaching the edges of the torso. As your awareness gently glides upward, as awareness moves and touches everything in the torso. And then moving with awareness up towards the base of the throat, so that the whole torso from the hips to the throat is filled with your awareness. The spine, the torso muscles, the organs, everything receives in this moment awareness. Everything receives in this moment gentleness and softness and rest, so that the whole torso softens back to the surface that's supporting it. And then glide awareness into the center of your right palm. And notice here radiant awareness emanating from the center of your right palm, filling your whole palm with awareness. Feeling this gentle emanation in all directions from the center of your palm as it moves outward towards the fingers, so that all fingers are felt in the experience of your awareness. You might notice here awareness gliding up to the right elbow, softening everything in its path. Awareness gliding up to the right shoulder joint. And everything in the right shoulder joint rests back, releases. No holding or gripping, just allowing the softening into the present moment. Witnessing the whole right arm as it rests here. And then gliding along the right collarbone to the notch of the throat. And just notice that the whole right arm is resting from collarbone to hand. And then glide along the left collarbone to the left shoulder joint. As the left shoulder joint softens back and down, surrendering to gravity, and then gliding down the left upper arm, pausing at the left elbow, continuing down the lower left arm until awareness pulls into the center of the left palm. And welcome here whatever you notice. This awareness gathered in the center of the left palm, radiating outward in all directions, so that the whole hand is filled with this awareness. feeling the center of the left palm. Welcoming the whole left arm, from the palm to the shoulder and the collarbone, and the whole left arm resting completely, supported by the surface you're resting on. No force, just a gentle softness as gravity does its thing. The whole left arm soft and slack. The whole right arm soft and slack. And then glide awareness from the base of the collarbone, the base of the collarbones together, the notch of the throat, to the upper lip. And notice here whatever comes to you from awareness. You might feel gently the sensation of your breath or the coolness of the air on the skin on the upper lip. Then the whole face, soft. The whole throat, soft. Both arms, softening back. The whole torso, resting deeply. Both legs, soft and slack, so that the whole body here is filled with awareness. What is the felt sense of the whole body resting deeply? What is this direct experience of the whole body softening back and down? No work, no force, just resting whatever comes. Just resting and welcoming whatever comes. And thinking mind just like a muscle softening too. You might notice that thinking mind can gently drop back and down, and just witness thinking mind taking a back seat, or thinking mind slowing down a little bit, and yet you're still witnessing thoughts or emotions. You're still witnessing the body resting deeply. And even though the whole world is turning and spinning, the planets are still in their gravitational orbit of movement and activity. The body rests. You're just witnessing the stillness of the body. And we'll gently glide awareness now to the point at the bridge of your nose, where you feel the breath coming in and out. And it's almost as if you can gently follow the breath on your inhale as it slides up the nasal passages to the bridge of the nose, and softening the nasal passages as you just notice the bridge of the nose. this peak where the breath comes up on the inhale. And you may even notice the slightest little pause at the top of the inhale at the bridge of the nose. And we'll just breathe here, noticing this subtle point where the breath peaks at the bridge of the nose for about a minute together in silence. And guide awareness again to thinking mind as it witnesses everything unfolding around it. There's nothing that it needs to do. There's no work or action or control. It gets to rest back to witness the movement of thoughts, emotions, images, and ideas, and all of the senses as they move in their own dance. This moment of witnessing and resting and softening. And what does that feel like in your body? The sense of not doing in each moment, this peaceful sense of being. Can you feel the felt experience of being? It might feel spacious or engaged yet peaceful. What does it feel like in your body? This sense of being everything. This deep experience of your own beingness. And welcome whatever comes to you. This felt sense of being. This spaciousness, this transparency, this experience of your deepest essence. Might feel quite radiant. And what would that radiance feel like if it was emanating from the center of your being? What would it feel like to have this essential self, the radiance of you, emanating from the center of your being? And letting this radiance emanate farther and farther out, as way out as you may feel like that you can hold in your awareness. This radiance from the center of your being radiating outward, maybe beyond your skin, maybe into the space that you're resting in. Maybe even bigger than that. Just notice how far does it go out? Are there edges? Or is it just a soft expansion in all directions into spaciousness? And we'll just rest here, feeling this radiating essence from the center of your being for about a minute in silence. And feeling yourself as pure, radiant sensation. Feeling yourself as boundaryless, spacious, transparent. What does that feel like? Now call to mind your intention for practice, your heart's desire from the beginning of the practice, and welcome whatever comes to you in the moment. Maybe you find clarity, or maybe you find that you've completely forgotten it, and welcome whatever shows up. And then notice any lingering flavors in the mouth, any smells or scents in the nose. Guide awareness to the edges of your skin. You might feel the air as it touches the cheek. You may feel the warmth where the skin is covered. Gently guide awareness back to both ears as they slowly start to reach back out for sound in the space around you. You can gently, slowly begin to blink your eyes, coming back softly to a more calm, aware state, with the eyes open. Soft eyes as you make your way back